I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the Village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy merch.
Yikes! Kanye West, let's do it! Song numero 2.
Shit could get menacing, frightening, find help. Sometimes I scare myself. Shit could get menacing, frightening, find help. Sometimes I scare myself. Tweaking off that 2CB, huh? Is he gon' make it TBD, huh? Thought I was gon' run DMC, huh? I done died and lived again on DMT, huh? See, this the type of high that won't come down. This the type of high that get you gunned down. Easy trolling OD, huh? Turn TMZ to smack DVD, huh? Russell Simmons wanna pray for me too. I'ma pray for him cause he got me too. Thinking what if that happened to me too? Then I'm on E-News. Shit could get menacing, frightening, find help. Sometimes I scare myself. Shit could get menacing, frightening, find help. Sometimes I scare myself. Hey, hospital band, 100 bands, fuck a watch. 100 grand and make your best friends turn to ops. I hear y'all bringing mine, aim up a knot. Guess I just turned the cloud game up a notch. See, y'all really shocked, but I'm really not. You know how many girls I took to the titty shop? If she get the ass with it, that's a 50 pop. I still bring the bad bitches in the city, yacht. Just a different type of leader. We could be in North Korea. I could smoke a Wiz Khalifa, Told my wife I never seen it after I hit it by Felicia. That's the way that I'ma leave it up. Menacing, see, this is why all the bitches fuck with ye. Fuck what they talk about. Sometimes I scare take me on myself, off mask, ask yourself. Shit could get menacing, frightening. Ask your homegirl right now. Look, you had a shot at ye. Sometimes I scare myself. Tweaking out that 2CB, huh? This is why your bitches fuck with me, huh? Smash, she gon' end up on TV, huh? Last thing that you ever wanna see, huh? I can feel the spirits all around me. I think prison bikers tryna warn me. They know I got demons all on me. Devil been tryna make an army. They been strategizing to harm me. They don't know they dealing with a zombie. Niggas been tryna test my Gandhi. Just because I'm dressed like Abercrombie. You see? That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's why I fuck with ye.
Okay.
See, that's my third part. That's my bipolar shit, nigga. What? That's my superpower, nigga. Ain't no disability. I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay. So
Okay.
that's where Ye came from.
What?
It's his. Sounds like maybe his shadow self or something.
It's third person?
His third person. His, maybe you want to call it a shadow. Maybe it's not. I don't know I don't know enough about it yet, but definitely.
Wow. You
Wow.
know what? I underestimate. Well, I should probably wait to say that. But this is the second song in the row where there are a couple moments, like lyrically, I was like, wait a second.
Okay.
Okay, I can rock with that. You didn't send me those lyrics, bruh.
You didn't get Yikes?
I did not get Yikes.
Okay. Yikes.
I want to get
Send it
Yikes.
to you.
I did say Yikes. When he was talking about Russell Simmons. Hey, Russell Simmons, ain't you in a completely different country? That man went to Tahiti or some shit.
Oh.
Because he got me too. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He assaulted some girl, supposedly. Innocent until proven guilty, whatever. But when you flee to some different country after the Me Too accusation, I don't know, bro. You got, what do they say? You got some explaining to do.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the man, but yikes.
But yikes.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even do that on purpose. Okay. So
That's why they keep saying this man is a genius, because the song made you say yikes.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know that you was going to say yikes.
Right. So he said, shit could get menacing, frightening, find help. Sometimes I scare myself. That line, that's a different type of, like, scared. is when you scare your own self. When you're like, well, that's, one of the times right before I delivered one of the babies, I was so terrified of my own body and what it was about to do. So it's like, but that's you. And so, like, I think the mentality thing is also different. Where it's like, okay, like, hold on, go ahead, you take over.
Amy, get rid of that person, please. Por favor. What a bunch of weirdos.
I know, like.
Shit could get menacing, frightening, find help. Well, I think that term find help is it seems to be a term that's used on the internet a lot as sort of like a own for somebody, like, oh, something's wrong with you, find help. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, the kids were just talking about that last night and saying whenever somebody says that, I guess, like, it's so weird because I know we do social media, but I don't spend a lot of time in social media. So I couldn't believe that was like people are it's looked down on. Like, that's how you want to insult somebody. You tell them, get help, like, get therapy, instead of looking at it like, I don't know. That was crazy to me. I was like, really?
Yeah. Like, that's supposed to be some giant insult. Like, and even like, yeah. I ain't gonna go there because it's gonna take over the channel. But like, yeah. Shit could get medicine, fighting, find help. Sometimes I scare myself. But see, like, it's a dichotomy because, like, he kind of does need help, though.
He does, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he knows it himself, right? Because he's saying sometimes he even scares his own self. Like, there's a certain kind of crazy that when your mind hits that point, it's alarming to even yourself. It sounds like that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. There's certain lines that you cross, right? I remember I crossed a certain line one time. Like, for the first time, I was like, yo, that's crazy. And contextually, completely justified, whatever. But you end up in a very, very, very small fraternity. So it's like, damn. And then it's like, yeah, you have to then find people that help you to keep that at bay. And obviously a lot of shit is environmental, man. Like, if you take yourself out of situations or you take yourself out of occupations or whatever, or environments, a lot of that shit will fix itself.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, he goes on, he says, tweaking off the 2CB. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what 2CB is. Is that like some synthetic weed or something like that?
I'm assuming it had something to do with some kind of a drugs, because he also said, I done died and lived again on DMT.
Yeah.
See, this is a type of high that won't come down.
Yeah, 2CB I'm assuming is some sort of drug. I just don't know what it is.
When, I've said this to you before, I was talking to this kid, and he had said that his parents died when he was really young, and he was 14 years old when he started smoking, and then he started selling really young too, and then he ended up taking some kind of mushroom or something like that, and he was like, he said, I don't know, he said, like, it was like a really crazy trip, and it was a bad trip, and he said, I don't know if I've ever come back. And it was so weird to hear him say that, because obviously I was standing right there talking to him. So I'm like, well, you're back. I mean, you're talking to me is what I was thinking. But
yeah.
In his own mind, there was some sort of forever distance that he couldn't get back to a certain clarity or a certain, I don't know. So when he says this type of high that won't come down, I didn't know if it was that he's talking about, like that, like there's too much in your system. I mean, I know that it takes, it can take like 6 weeks at minimum, like for even just weed to get out of your system. And even then, it'll be like in your hair. Like when you were using while your hair was growing out, like if they tested your hair, they'd be able to see like the proteins were changed during that phase.
Oh shit.
So it like has a deep effect, and that's, I mean, I think that the research that I was doing, I think it was even just on like regular weed. I don't even know what the synthetic stuff now,
Amy Lee says it's Nexus, which does nothing for me. What
Nexus?
Is Nexus, Amy?
That's a shampoo. I know that.
That's
that was also our buddy's.
That's that cult though.
Also a cult. Also that guy that helped us with the website at the beginning. Wasn't his thing called Nexus?
Next subject. Stephen ass.
Anyway.
Tweaking off the 2CB, huh? Is he gonna make it TBD, huh? I like that. TBD. 2CB, TBD, get it? To be determined. Is he gonna make it TBD? Why? What are you laughing about?
I didn't know what all the acronyms were.
Pretty serious.
I didn't know what all the acronyms were.
I was gonna run DMC, huh? Because there's a rap group called Run DMC. Thought I was gonna run DMC, huh? I done died and lived again on DMT, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, so we know pretty much all the acronyms except for the 2CB.
Anytime that there's like a cadence like that, it always makes me think of that that Obama one that you brought to us, like all those years ago.
Oh, with the J.O. please.
Yeah.
That one? Take a yeah, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, not again. So he took DMTs. This is the type of high that won't come down. This is the type of high that gets you gunned down. Yeezy Weezy trolling OD, huh? Turn TMZ to smack DVD, huh? Russell Simmons want to pray for me, too. I'm going to pray for him because he got me, too.
So when he's saying... Is that because he believes he could get Me Too? That's why he's saying, look, you should pray for me. I'm going to pray for you because you already got Me Too.
Well, no. Russell Simmons came out and said that he's praying for Kanye. But it was sort of in the context of, like, some real, like, condescending. You know, it's kind of like, I'll pray for you. It's similar. It's like the spiritual version of Get Help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in, like, this atheist versus Christian chat or whatever. And the atheists used to complain, and they were right, that anytime a particular Christian would lose a debate, when like it was clear that he was losing, he'd be like, I'm just going to pray for you.
Okay, no joke. We had to do the street evangelism when I was in college. And I was out on the street with this guy. And, I mean, it was kind of a weird setup because we were not allowed to be around the guys. Like, it was women over here, men over here. And the only time that we were, like, put in the same fishbowl was... like once every 3 months we had like this thing where we were supposed to all go talk to each other in fellowship, but it was very awkward. But anyway, they did street evangelism, and now all of a sudden they want the men and women together because it's safer. So you haven't been with these people, now all of a sudden you are, And if they're crushing you, it's a little weird. And so it was one of those situations. So we're going down the street and he starts talking, but he was like really wanting it to go well. And the person was very uncomfortable with him, did not want the conversation happening.
What do you mean if they're crushing you?
You know, like I've never been with this guy out in public before, and we hardly ever get to talk. Now all of a sudden we're walking down the street like a couple because it's just the two of you. And so you're in a Bible college, so he really wants to put his best foot forward, like he's like this man of God that can, preach, and people are just gonna,
Oh, okay.
So, it gives him a lot of status. So he starts talking to the person, but it was like too aggressive. It was uncomfortable.
He wanted status with you?
Right. And it was uncomfortable. You know who it was.
Not identifying.
Yes. So anyway, and also
well, now that I found out it was him, I'm good. I'm good.
I knew.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You had no chance.
So because of his appearance and stuff, it already was like making the people feel uncomfortable. And then he was being overly aggressive. And then they were like refusing it, and the person was like just totally throwing it off. And so he starts walking, he's like, I'm gonna pray for you. As we're like walking away, it's very uncomfortable.
Aggressively.
Yeah. The person's like, don't pray for me.
Yeah, I think that was what was going on with Russell Simmons. Like, I'm gonna pray for I think it was probably in response to the slavery's a choice thing, actually.
What does that mean?
Where he was like, I'm just gonna pray for Kanye because Kanye had said slavery is a choice or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, like black people went crazy on that boy because he said that. But like, that diss was hard as hell. Russell Simmons want to pray for me too. I'm gonna pray for him because he got me too'd. He did get me too'd, and I actually read the account of the young lady, and I agree. I personally believe her. I'm not saying that Russell Simmons is guilty. I'm just saying I believe Shorty. And the other thing is, he fled to Tahiti or something, like ChatGPT, where Russell Simmons is right now. It's not the United States, so okay, that's an action of an innocent man. Be that.
Yeah, but it could. Like, I agree with you. It's not the action of an innocent man, but it's also not the action of somebody. Like, if I was innocent and I thought I was going to get thrown into prison, even though I was innocent, I would still want to get out of here. I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
But I haven't read his report, and you know how I am. Generally speaking, I think men are guilty anyway, so. Where is...
You wouldn't believe a Me Too thing on DJJ, though.
No, I wouldn't. No,
You'd be like, that bitch, that one, bitch.
I'm like, you are...
If you saw a video of that shit, you'd be like, AI!
Yeah, I would. No, you're right. You're right.
Read that.
There it is. Russell Simmons currently resides in Bali, Indonesia, where he has lived since 2018. He owns... Bali? Is that like the exercise ball I have in the closet?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
But that boy fled. He fled. You ran to Indonesia.
He's gone.
Your innocent ass. Okay.
Look at
All
him.
right, Russell Simmons.
That's what he looked like, too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked like a turtle for real.
Yeah, you look like it.
Yeah, he got the look.
All right.
Where are the lyrics, lady?
Right here. Boop.
All right. I'm very surprised that Kanye hasn't gotten Me Too. I'm very, very surprised.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There are some people that I feel like have enough riz where it doesn't happen to them. But I was a little bit surprised when it happened to Shannon Sharp because I thought he would have been able to maneuver around that.
Well, she tried to blackmail him.
Yeah.
Is what he is saying.
Be that as it may.
She's not really... Me Too was more like you get crucified in the court of public opinion. It wasn't like... you sexually assaulted me or whatever, and you could go to jail. I mean, Weinstein faced trial for it. But for the most part, these people ended up getting canceled. They started losing sponsorships and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So Me Too was more of like public punishment, regardless of whether you were guilty or innocent. Okay. So for Russell Simmons to get on a plane and go to fucking Indonesia, is like,
I see. Okay, all right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. What happens to the person if you make a Me Too claim and then they dig into it and it's not substantial? Is there any penalty for the person who did that?
No.
Okay, there should be a heavy penalty for that because if they can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt or whatever, however they would do that did not happen, then there should be some heavy consequences for doing something like that to somebody. That's crazy. And that invalidates the future women.
Yeah, well, that was a conversation that was happening during Me Too, and people were saying that was a misogynist, pro-rape perspective. So do what you will with that. You're a woman now who has sons, so now you have a big investment in it. But when the Me Too thing was at its prime, anybody that was saying that was a horrible misogynist.
Oh wow, okay.
Hospital ban 100 bands, fucking watch. 100 grand will make your best friend turn to ops. Oh. I hear y'all bringing my name up a notch. Guess I just turned the clout game up a notch. See, y'all really shocked, but I'm really not. You know how many girls I took to the titty shop?
Is that the same shop that he took his mother to? Is that what that means?
Yeah, I guess.
If she gets a
she gets an ass, that's a 50 pop.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he kind of... See, Kanye, to me, like... Especially when you look at his because he's into fashion and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it would not surprise me if he was like, if he considered himself an architecture of the female body. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's like, and that kind of goes to the Me Too stuff. Like, how in the world can you make a Me Too claim after he's just spent 50 grand on your re-augmentation surgeries? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. I still bring the bad bitches in the city out. Just a different type of leader we could be in North Korea. I could smoke with Wiz Khalifa. That's a good line, man.
Why? What is it?
Because
just come in.
He says he's a different type of leader we could be in North Korea.
Yep.
And Kim Jong-un is the dictator of North Korea. See what I'm saying? Like,
thank you, honey.
Jazakallah.
Thank you, honey.
Love you, buddy. You have to leave now.
I know. I was just giving her those olives. And Mommy, guess what? I made myself a sandwich with mayonnaise and ham and lettuce.
Good job.
You ate mayonnaise? That's wonderful.
Good job. Bye, honey.
Good job. We're very proud of you making your own sandwich.
Yeah, they had tomato sandwiches with me today. They loved them. Mayonnaise and tomato. And lettuce. No, salt and pepper.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Absolutely disgusting sandwich.
Well, I don't know what this North Korea thing is.
Well, Kim Jong-un is the dictator of North Korea. Okay. So right above him invoking North Korea, he said, I'm a different type of leader. It's basically he's saying that he's a dictator of his own little kingdom, is how I took it. See what I'm saying? Because he said we could be in North Korea, I could smoke with Wiz Khalifa. Told my wife I've never seen her. After I hit it, bye, Felicia. That's the way that I'm going to leave it. Like, is he married to Kim at this point? He's got to be, because this record came out in what, 2018, 2019? Told my wife I've never seen her. Well,
I was going to find out.
Like, that's a crazy...
Yeah. He said, told my wife. I've never seen her.
Yeah, and then after I hit it, bye, Felicia. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel terrible about, like, the custody situation with his kids and things like that. But part of me is like, bruh, if you're going to say that out in public, if you're going to disrespect your wife that way, first of all, yeah, if you're going to do that to her in public on a song that will get immortalized forever on the internet, what the hell were you saying and doing before? You know what I mean? Like, I feel terrible that he can't see his kids, but at the same time, it's like, and people like this, like, they always go, oh, I didn't mean it. And so it's like, yeah, but that person still has to go through it, and she still has to walk outside and get followed around by paparazzi and deal with all the rest of that shit. Like, that's kind of crazy. That's crazy to me. Like, but that's what happens with, like, I love somebody very dearly in my life who had bipolar, and like, the people closest to them always catch, they don't catch the strays, they catch the, you know, like, direct sniper fire type shit. And, you know, like, shit, man, I got somebody in my life right now, love them dearly, and everybody around them has to pay the price for their bullshit. Tweak it, out that Tootsie B, huh? That's why your bitches fuck with me, huh? Smash, you gonna end up on TV, huh? Last thing that you ever want to see, huh? So he's saying that all these people are angry at him because their women know that if they, you know, do give him sexual favors, they're gonna end up on TV, and he's more famous than them, right? Because the crowds he's in, the circles he's in is with famous people, but this man is a billionaire, and he's such a lightning rod relative to, you know, so that even among famous people, he's a famous person. Like, even among famous people, women are fanboying him as if they were regular people to a famous person. And so he understands that that's why people hate him.
Then he says, I can feel the spirits all around me. I think Prince and Mike were trying to warn me. They know I got demons all on me.
Devil been trying to make an army. They've been strategizing to harm me.
They don't know they're dealing with a zombie.
Prince was a musical legend.
Yep.
Who died under very mysterious circumstances. And Mike is Michael Jackson, who is another musical legend who died under mysterious circumstances. I would say Prince, Michael Jackson, and Kanye West are on the same level. Oh. At some level. I think Mike was in a different category when he was at the height of his fame. He was just... Yeah, completely. But I understand why Kanye would put himself in that room in that conversation. He probably is. And he's saying that they were trying to warn him. Maybe when he was on one of his DMT trips, you know, he had a vision of them. He says, they know I got demons all on me. Devil been trying to make an army. They've been strategizing to harm me. Well, when you take all these illicit drugs and then you open yourself up to all manner of sexual perversions and you dishonor your wife, the devil, you absolutely are opening the gateway for the devil to harm you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that anybody's throwing a hex on you, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't know they're dealing with a zombie. That's an interesting line in the context of that.
Yeah.
Because a zombie is a living dead person. So what is he saying? Is he saying, I don't care what any of y'all say because I'm dead already in a sense. I'm a living dead person, so who cares? Niggas been
that's funny. I thought he was saying they, as in the spirits, don't know because they're trying to warn him that he's already a zombie. So they're trying to warn him, like, don't do this or whatever, but he's already dead in a way because he already said he's scaring himself, like he can feel them, but he's not going to be able to. They've been strategizing to harm me. They don't know they're dealing with a zombie. Then he says that niggas be trying to test my Gandhi. Is that like his peace, his calm?
Well, Gandhi, that was my favorite line in the whole song.
Figures.
Gandhi is known as this peaceful, non-violent guy, and who was struggling for the equality of India. So it's like, when you talk about Gandhi, you're talking about somebody who's peaceful or whatever, and non-violent. So he's saying, you think because I'm dressed up in all this fashion or whatever that I'm not a violent person. See what I mean?
Well, I thought when he's saying they're trying to test my Gandhi is that he's trying to be a peaceful person, but they're testing him, and he's not going to be able, just because he's dressed like Abercrombie doesn't mean that he doesn't have that in him, and he can do that. But he's trying to be a peaceful person. But he can let that go at any second.
Yeah. That was my favorite line in the song. That's actually my favorite line in a long time because that's how I feel a lot of the time. That's my Gandhi. I love this song. 9.4. It is true though. Gandhi was peaceful and misogynistic. Gandhi was a weirdo with his.
And then at the end, he talks about his bipolar, and that's when he introduces Ye, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go with 8.9. What did you give it?
9.4.
Interesting.
I really like the song.
Okay.
Good job, Yuzi. All right, next one.
I'll take that timestamp.
Wouldn't leave. Timestamp. Go with 11/10/30. Wouldn't leave, featuring Party Next Door.